Hi, hello, and welcome to the first empties of 2024. You voted either here and on Instagram, I don't know, somewhere I asked how much empties do you want to see? I think it was an Instagram story where I talked about this, and the majority said do it every 3 months. That actually fits very, very well because every 3 months I'm also changing up my focus products so I can do one thing with the other just together. And before we start into 3 months of empties and a tiny bit of declutter, today's lip is the Dior Addict in the shade 521 Dior Elita. It's a beautiful mauve nude, and if you're wondering what that weird shadow on my envelope is, this is a green stain that I have from a staining lip gloss that I wore that is actually green. I will not sort them in any kind of thing. I will not put in any prices or so. I just want to talk about them. I don't want to add up. This is just something that I learned from last year. I don't want to count in the worth of used up products and of decluttered products because I feel very weird doing this. So let's just take this as a chance to review a couple items. I also, big change for this year, will not put in items that I have had mentioned in others before. I don't want to say every single month or here every 3 months that my 3 used up bottles of Batiste dry shampoo are divine. I will only show products in here that I never showed before, or maybe only once, maybe my opinion changed or so. The first item here is an empty box of the Dr. Dennis Gross Universal Daily Peel pads. These come in like 2-step pads. You have one step that is a peel, you rub it all over the face, you wait 2 minutes, and then you open the other package and take the other pad and rub it all over the face. I kind of like this. I do have another package of these, but I don't really see where this is doing something with my skin. You can feel it since it has kind of a chemical peel feeling with that first pad, but a real result I don't see. I know this is sold in bigger boxes. I got these in different like skincare edits from Cold Beauty or from the Cold Beauty Advent Calendar. Tell me, do you use them regularly? Is it something you swear by? Because again, I like these, but at the same time, I don't see the value of them. I don't see what this adds to my skincare routine. Next up, we have the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I already talked about this last week in the Focus products. This is an amazing primer. I love this so much. I did a short review on this on the like YouTube Shorts thing where I reviewed stuff under a minute. I just don't have time to film them, but it's amazing. I have nothing more to say about this. I have used up the LH Cosmetics Onset Long Lasting Setting Spray, and let me tell you, I think this is better than the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It's also a tiny bit more like affordable. I think this big size retails for around 30 bucks, and it's also 100 ml. I love this. Love this. Oh my god. It's my 4th video that I'm filming today, so I'm sorry if my tongue's a bit twisted. I really enjoy this. This is an amazing product. This is such a good setting spray. This does not change your appearance. It just helps melting down. There is like a teeny tiny bit left, but I can't get it out, and you cannot really open this, or can you? Okay, it's really just a tiny bit. Usually I do mix this like the old setting spray into the new one, but it's barely something in there, so let's call this empty. Amazing. I love this, and I will 100%, if I run out of my setting sprays here in the back out drawer, repurchase this. LH Cosmetics, great job. Also from the Focus basket, I used up my tiny sample of the Say Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. I will never get that name right. I love this so much that when this was half empty, I bought the big size, and then I also got the big size in the Cold Beauty Advent Calendar. So I do have my first big size opened now, and I just enjoy it. It's an underpainting glow primer. You can use it also on itself and it just gives you a really subtle, nice polished glow. I have 3 sponges that I went through, and actually I am very happy that this is now over because these are the Beauty Bakery sponges and they are not good. They just look good because they come in different colors of brown in an egg carton. It looks hilarious. By the way, have you seen that Beauty Bakery is going out of business? Who thought? But these sponges, in my opinion, they are a bit too stiff, even when they're wet. They're not really like bouncing it in, and I just much more prefer the Real Techniques one, even though this one looks super budget. It kind of got ripped really quick, but they're just better. Oh, what should I tell you? This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Translucent Setting Powder. I am a big fan of the Pore Eclipse Primer. I'm not such a big fan of the Pore Eclipse Setting Spray because it is so sticky that the nozzle got stuck together and then nothing came out. The powder was amazing. Not as good as the one they had previous to that. They had the big boy here. This is the Blur and Set powder, and this is much better, but unfortunately it's discontinued so that they were able to bring out a smaller size. But I have to admit though, I really enjoyed this, but it's not a candidate for a repurchase because there are other powders that I like more. And I'm saying it in that way because I really have to look at my powders currently. I am at the moment trying to finish this big boy from Clé de Peau, and I just realized that this probably is even better than the Milk one, but it is so expensive, so I don't know. If I had to compare it to something, yeah. I would love to compare it to the MAC one, the new one, the Studio Fix Pro Set and Blur. This one is texture-wise much finer. This is a bit more loose powdery, like, you know. This is like super fine quartz sand. Do you know what I mean when I show you it like that? It is so fine that when you open it without like touching it, it dusts out. That's how fine it is. While this texture-wise is a bit more like a Laura Mercier powder. It's still good. Again, I like it, but to be honest, for what it is and the amount of product that you get, I think it's not worth it. I have a tiny version of the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I think this lasted me only a week because I grabbed that after my LH Cosmetics one was empty. By the way, I'm currently now testing out the Professional Super Setter from Benefit. I bought this like half a year ago and I just wanted to try this, and I'm wearing it today for the very first time and surprisingly I like it. I kind of used up the Rare Beauty primer, the eye primer. I didn't really use it up, but for some reason, I mean, when I look inside, there is a lot of product still stuck down here, but I'm honest with you, it is not good enough for me to go the extra mile and pull out the stopper. While for the under eye brightener from Rare Beauty that I, by the way, used up again, here I pulled out the stopper and I just cannot reach anything else that is in here. This is worth putting out, this not. This is, by the way, the 4th that I went through. The 5th is currently open. Rare Beauty kind of lost it to me. The products are so mediocre and I'm just not interested in any of their new launches. So in this first box, I actually have 4 mascaras that I went through. 2 are minis, 1 mini They're Real mascara, and 1 mini Bad Girl Bang from Benefit. I hate that they're real. By the way, this is the magnet version. It's just not good. The mini not, the big one not, I don't like it. The Bad Girl Bang though, I love, but only the mini. The big one is such a pain in the ass. I also used up a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes, and if you would have asked me a year ago, or maybe 1.5 years ago, I would have told you that this is the best mascara on the market. I haven't used this in maybe 9 or 10 months since the last one I emptied. I'm not too sure, could be less, could be more. But for whatever reason, I fell out of love. it's not that good. I found a new mascara that is so freaking amazing that I wanna have this forever. And I'm talking about the Hourglass Unlocked Mascara. This is, oh my god, this is such a game changer. But this one, I fell out of love, and I don't think I will ever repurchase this from now on. A mascara I will probably repurchase, I hope it's permanent and that they are not discontinuing it, is the Isamaya Rubber Lash Mascara. I really love this. It looks like there is still stuff in here, but it has dried up a lot. It's a bit cloggy and weird to apply. The only thing that I don't like is actually how hard this bristle brush is. There are like 1, 2, 3 rows of bristles, and in between you have just the plain wand basically. And what you are supposed to do is you apply it to the roots and then you comb through. A bit like the Pillow Talk push-up lashes, but kind of not so gimmicky because you can comb it through with every side that you have. And I love the texture. It is more on the dry side. It's definitely not a wet mascara, but it applies so good. I love it, and I undressed it. You can, by the way, if you don't like the rubber here, you can take this off. Oh my god. Well, maybe not the bottom because it's glued there. This one is not a used up mascara. This is a declutter. This is the My Queenie, I think is the brand's name. The Extreme Long Curl Potent Cara. Weird name. I got this as a PR gift from Yes Style to review, and worst mascara ever. This is a waterproof formulation. I usually hate waterproof, but I don't have a problem with them. This was a pain to get off. I ripped so many lashes. No thank you. Suva Beauty is going out of business, and so are these 2 liner palettes. This is such a disappointment because I really like the Suva palettes. Do you see what happens here? I mean, what the fuck is this? And this happened to all the shades in here. I can also pull out the green. The yellow can be pulled out. No, the yellow is a bit sticking in there still. Not a bit, it's still sticking. And the same happened here with this UV Grunge. I mean, look at how I can just remove all of them. I can also pull out the purple, but the orange is still strong. I'm very, very disappointed in that. I did not contact Suva Beauty or so. I just made a story and tagged them. They didn't react, and that's fine to me. That's like nothing to complain about, but they're going out of business, so goodbye. I think it took me 1.5 or even 2 years to go through 1 bottle of the dry texturizing spray from Oribe, but I'm honest with you, it's amazing. It is just a bit too much for me to use it daily. When I do curls, I always finish them with this, scrunch it a bit. Sometimes when my hair is like, I don't have naturally big volume, and I don't think that volume with my hair type and head format, face shape was the word that I wanted to have. The head format does really match. Like if I would have like super poofy, bouncy hair, it would look super weird. So I do like that it is more flat, but on some days it's a bit too flat depending on how I style it. And then I just love to spray this on the roots and be like this. And it looks like a messy look, but on purpose. Good messy on purpose. I really like it. In my opinion, this is worth the $50. I haven't found anything else. Oh, for fuck's sake, I finally made it. I finally used up this goopy shit spider leg web thing. This is the Patrick Ta Brow Gel, and I hated it. Nothing more to say. I finally decided to let go of my still full ABH brow freeze. It wasn't milky before, but now it's getting milky, but I just don't use it anymore. I went through 1 full size and 1 mini size. I don't do my brows like that anymore. And actually, I don't think that this does anything for my type of brows. If you have really thick brows, this might be for you. I also used up one of the Fenty lip oils. This is a new flavor. This is Melon Treat. It came in last year's like holiday set. I didn't like this. Not for the scent, it was great, it felt super good, but this oil, when you applied it basically, and then you started talking, on this like inner circle on your mouth, there was then a white line, like as if you creamed it up. It was disgusting. Goodbye. And the last three things in here are actually moisturizers. Two are the Bioma ones. This is their gel cream, and I don't have the like packaging of it anymore because this was the first time I used up something like that, and I just wanted to know if it's really empty, how the mechanism works, because it comes in like this and you cannot see have you really used it up, but it's one where the bottom here inside is also moving up, so it will push out everything. I like them both, and I have actually one backup of both because these are really good day-to-day moisturizers. Nothing for makeup days for me. My makeup day routine is just, it's set in stone, but for no makeup days, I really like this. The rich cream for the night and the gel cream for the day. And the last cream that we have here is the Augustinus Bader, the Rich Cream. This was in the Cold Beauty Advent Calendar, and I don't know, I think this little fucker with 15 mils is 80 euro. How many words do I need to make you aware of the fact how overpriced this is? It's a moisturizer. It's nothing special. It's not unique. It is not turning back time and making you 20 years younger. It's rich. It's nice. And if you want to have a nice fancy face cream, take Drunk Elephant. Buy something from Glow Recipe. Buy something from Paula's Choice, whatever. But please, do not waste your money on this. And that's basically it. I feel like for 3 months, this is a good amount. I think this is a really good one. I know that some people do criticize how much mascara I use up in that short time. Like last year I used up, I don't know, 20 mascara or so. But please keep in mind, I layer my mascara. I'm not using one at a time. I always layer 4 or 5 mascara because I just love the effect of every single one. That's why I just go through mascara quicker, because instead of having 1 open, I have 4 open that I use daily. What is something that you used up that you are very proud of in this first 3 months of 2024? Let us know down below. My cat is scratching, and now please subscribe so that I can feed my cats, and I can see you in the next one.